I would like to say that I'm surprised that this is happening again, but that wouldn't be truthful at all. Um, After all the unlawful evictions I've gone through, here we go again. I've got this landlord has done a mutual termination of request. I recommend below is an exchange he has been having with me and several other tenants, which he has included, who have not asked to be a part of the communication. It's a public communication, okay? I've asked him to communicate with me, and I've called him directly to address his concern. Given his dissatisfaction with his experience and my growing concern over the safety and quiet enjoyment of the community, I think it's best for Donald to leave. We're talking about a community where I just recently had one the tenants that live here pull a gun on me. They're out back playing dominoes and drinking and throwing their beer cans all over the place and pull a gun on me. Yeah, and the sheriff's office and the U.S. Marshal's office are constantly at this address arresting people, the criminals, the criminal element that this guy likes to rent to. I mean, you can't even make this shit up. And he's threatening to terminate my lease because I'm participating in a public chat. I mean, you can't even make this shit up. So I've downloaded the entire transcript of this conversation and everything, and I've submitted it to the Public Housing Authority, and I've got a meeting to talk to them in the morning. So, well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow where the Public Housing Authority stands on this mountain of shit. It's getting real trying. All this is getting real trying on my patience. I'm not gonna be bullied by these fuckers. I'm not gonna be bullied by any of these motherfuckers. The Public Housing Authority, none of this shit is going down again like it has in the past. This is the result of this guy refusing to make accommodations for my disability during a flood caused by the equipment failure on this property during the recent rains here that filled everybody's apartments on the basement in the basement apartments. And all the people, I'm gonna open up this transcript. Here we go. This is the transcript from the apartment. This guy here is complaining about he wants damages for the electronics and furniture replaced. All these people are asking for help, and I'm participating in this public chat where everybody is showing what a dirtbag this scumbag is. I have video footage of it pouring through my window and flooding my bedroom and living room. It's ridiculous. He wanted me to go private because he doesn't want to any more adding to this. I mean, you can't even make this up. The problem, and he asked me, did the maintenance tech come by with the shop vac to help remove water? And I'm like, I said nope. And I started taking. He asked me to go to a private chat on this app, and because he didn't want to reveal that he was going to fuck everybody. I mean, So I started posting from the other chat onto this one what he was saying on the other. That's when he got pissed. So he goes down and he shares part of this. He doesn't share any of this in the email he sends to the public housing. I mean, this dude is clown time beyond anything that I'm going to tolerate. I guess we'll see tomorrow, and I'll post the rest of the story tomorrow. Right here on the regular channel where all this shit's been posted before. And my channel, my computers get destroyed and my emails and everything else gets destroyed because I'm throwing these fuckers under the bus where they belong. Hopefully, these people make the right decision tomorrow because I'm not going through this again. I will not go through homelessness again. Period. Can a citizen file a criminal complaint? Yes. Any citizen can file a criminal complaint if they have credible information about a crime that they believe has been committed. A criminal complaint is a formal written statement alleging that someone has committed a crime and it requests that law enforcement or a prosecutor investigate and, if appropriate, bring charges or arrest. You can file a criminal complaint. And request for an investigation and an arrest. Well, since this has already been where I'm going to be filing, the local police department is part of this problem. The county prosecutor, I'm going to find that I'm going to be trying the district attorney after I do some research and find out who they are and what they stand for. Because and the state attorney general, David Yost, is a criminal. And I can prove that. And anytime he wants to take me to court, I'll obliterate that office for what they've done to me personally. But anyway, here it is under the Ohio Revised Code. So then, you just have to have a judge look at it, so, or a district attorney. So there you go. Here's the PDF version. It tells you everything you need to do. How to issue a warrant, issue a summons. So I suggest if you're going to try something like this, you need to take your time, study every aspect of it, because every word means something when it comes to this. When they write law, because they have written in every escape route that they possibly can into this bullshit to protect themselves. Everything that used to protect us from them is now weaponized and used against us. Period. I'm not even up for debate. Well, it looks like I have a lot of questions to answer because I went through two evictions that were complete retaliatory actions. The first one, I had 16 code enforcement violations. One of those violations caused me to break my arm. And then when the landlord got caught with that bill, medical bill, they just evicted me after after 6 months or more of retaliation. Well, everybody knew about it. The Ohio Attorney General, all the way down to the VA, everybody knew about it, knew what was going on, and then let me go to court and get evicted. And same thing with this last eviction. I went through 200 days with a landlord that was a couple of detectives from the Dayton Police Department, raging at my door, raging. I mean, I opened the door and that guy's spitting and his veins are about to explode on his temples. He's so jacked up on steroids. Yeah. And the police chief and the fucking internal affairs swept it all under the rug. Because they're trying to protect their guy. He worked all the. But here's the thing. Think about this. He's retiring. He did his whole career being a criminal. And they're trying to protect his retirement. How many people do you think he bullied like that? Used that his steroid rage against them with his badge and his gun? Detective Rod Roberts and Becky Roberts. I'm going to repost all the videos. See, when my that last eviction, they zapped my computer right before I took it offline. And when I plugged it back in, I lost a bunch of stuff. It's all there. It's just filing the demand, the discovery demand. They'll get it all back out there in the public. But I got a lot of it saved on hard drives and stuff like that. I'm going through it now and organizing it. But anyways, there's the state law. And here it is in the revised code. Retaliatory action by a landlord is prohibited. No one in law enforcement gives a damn about the law. I don't even know why they even have these laws. Except for one thing, it generates enormous piles of money for these criminals to buy militaristic weaponry to use on the public. That's the only thing I ever see done. I made every action. If it was a phone call or a knock on the door, I notified everybody it was going on. Public Housing Authority, Dayton VA, HUD-VASH team, the Dayton Police, the county commissioners, they all knew. And then the day before I got evicted, I went to the county commission meeting. Oh, Mr. stay around. We'll stick around. We're going to get some help. Yeah. Talked to one of Judy Dodge's minions. And she said she'd call me the next day. No, 2 days I waited. 2 days I went to court and got thrown in the street. It was below zero. Yeah. So, and I've been nice about this long enough. Now it's time for these people to replace everything that I've lost since I came on to the end of their money-making program. I sent a request to um, John Husted about this federal loophole with HUD and the Public Housing Authority, and he responded saying, "My authority is United States Senator specific to federal matters." Well, he tried to say this is state and local government. So I reminded him that the Public Housing Authority is funded through federal funding of HUD, and the Jennifer Heapy in the Public Housing Authority, she has sworn a oath of office to follow state and federal laws, including federal regulations, and she signed a contract with HUD that she would do so. So I said, I responded to this in that way, and I haven't heard back from him. So it's typical that government officials try to take the easy way out. But this ain't the easy way out. This is just bullshit. You need to step up or step out. So when they're part of the VA and they're contracted through HUD, there are contracts and obligations in being in those positions, and these people are not aware of that. Like I said, Carla Campbell, I'm very happy with her as a social worker. But the people out there at the VA are not aware of their obligations under these contracts to follow state and federal law and all federal regulations. It's in the contract. It's in the contract they signed with me and the contract they signed with HUD to receive federal funding. And why these people don't know that, it blows my mind. They sat by and watched me be unlawfully evicted 3 times now, where my rent was paid in full. And that's part of the federal regulation. That's the problem right there. When the Public Housing Authority fails a property for inspection, and then the landlord doesn't bring the property into compliance, the Public Housing Authority abates their portion of the payment. Well, I kept my payment current, and the landlord still turned around and filed a non-payment of rent complaint, eviction. And these people let me go to court 3 times, knowing that the landlord had been engaging in over 100 days of retaliatory action. There's another set of laws right there that they're not following. They're supposed to enforce all state and federal laws that they took an oath of office to enforce, and they're not doing it. So that's why I wanted to call back and clarify what my intent was. These people are creating a homeless problem. They're not solving it.
Yeah, so I went ahead and updated this, just to put down in here, it's just kind of clear the intent of why you were calling the hotline in the first place.
Right.
And that your caseworker, Carla Campbell, is the best social worker that you've had since you've been on the HUD-BASH program under the VA. She's just the best one. You got no
right. She's been the best. She's been the best at finding solutions and helping me out more than anybody I've ever had. But here's the thing: none of the people out there are aware of their duty as under these contracts. I mean, this is contract law. It's basic law. If you're negotiating, if you're involved in government contracts, your duty priority one is to follow state and federal laws, and that includes federal regulations, and they're not doing that.
Yeah, I have that down. It's the issue is that no one else at the hush hush department are aware of their duties, to follow state and federal laws and regulations. The landlord is involved in a retaliatory action that is against the federal law and violates the HUD contract outside. And when they're contracted through HUD, they have to follow those contract obligations. The rest of the HUD team is not aware of this or not aware of the obligations under the contract. The team sat by and watched you be unlawfully evicted 3 times when your rent is full.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you want me to, because I'll definitely update this here for you, but if you want, I can submit another case, but it could be as a compliment to your social worker.
Right, yeah, do it like that, please.
I'll delete the notes in there on the updated case.
Okay.
We'll send an actual compliment over to the VA on your social worker so that she can be recognized appropriately. Just kind of copy and pasted the notes from the update in regards to Carla sample, and I know that she does her best to help you where she can.
That's good, but remember, my primary focus is to make sure these people start following the law, because they evicted me during the pandemic. I was evicted unlawfully during the pandemic twice. So, I mean, this is just beyond ridiculous. Why I am having to bring this to the awareness of anyone just blows my mind. It's simple math. You are in contract with the government. You have an obligation to follow state and federal laws, period. So one way or another, I'm going to stop this. I mean, this is ridiculous. There's no way that I should be being evicted when my rent is paid in full. But I thank you.
Yeah, of course. And then let me go ahead and save this here. And then let me send off the compliment over to your social worker.
Okay.
And just produce a case number. Now, you don't necessarily get contacted when it comes to compliments unless they really need to. But did you want to write the case number for the compliment down?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Go ahead.
It is 1505-7765.
All right, beautiful.
All right. And then don't see the updated notes on here that, clarifies things in your original intent for making a hotline case. But was there anything else I could try and assist you with today?
That's it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you for calling the VA hotline. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
And you do the same.